Hello, Commanders. I hope you're having a great day. Today, I want to talk to you about value. Yes, value. By raise of hands, how many of you have ever bought a pack in this game and within a day or two instantly had buyer's remorse? Okay, that's about 90% of you. How many of you have never regretted a single purchase you've made in this game? Quiet. No one wants to admit it. Okay, you extra 10%. Put your phones down. This is important stuff we're talking about here. Okay, in all seriousness, we all want the best value for our hard-earned money. Maybe that prime you bought didn't increase your damage as much as you thought. Perhaps that prime that gave you an extra refine really didn't seem to add any more uncommons to your coffers. I've seen a couple of content creators recommend Amazon coins as a viable option to save you big money in the game. But is that really the best option? Has anyone ever considered comparing whether Amazon coins or going through Scopely and using multiphasic credits is really the best option? Which one do you get most value for, and which is better? Well, let's present the facts and let the jury decide. That's each and every one of you in the comments section below, in case you were wondering. One thing I want to do is just briefly, we won't go into too many details, but it does require a little bit of math. But thankfully, I've done some of this already for you, so you don't have to think about it. At this moment, there's not a lot of options to compare it with, and some packs do vary what they offer, but I'm just taking this moment as we are coming up to a new arc and more spending for everyone in the community. I want to give you some information where you can decide how you're going to spend your money. And I do have to say, I don't have any affiliation with Amazon Coins. I don't get any kickbacks or anything for like that from Scopely or Amazon for recommending any of this. I just want to put something out there that might be helpful. So, for those who don't know, um, you can go into the store here, see the offers, and let's look at this October Elite Daily Reward Pack. For a long time, before the Treasury, this was the pack to get if you wanted to have a good inflow of materials and resources. And here it is. So we start off here, you get 2 million Latinum, which you can use for speed ups or XP. I think a lot of players I've worked with, they've tried to save that for sometimes uncommons on your ship or speed ups for research, things like that. So needed resource. You get these elite daily reward chips that you can use, and I'll talk about that in a second. But instantly, when you open this, you get all this stuff on the left. I'll scroll down because we're going to compare a little bit the uncommons that you get. You immediately get almost 6,000 G5. At least this is for me, level 52. Yours may look a little bit different. 11,000 G4 and about 1,400 G3. There's also speed ups, P shields, and then these multiphasic credits. We're going to talk about this in a second. Essentially, what happens is for those who are, for example, on iPhones, when you buy a pack through the Apple Store, a large chunk of that goes to Apple. What Scopy's trying to do with these multiphasic credits is incentivize you that rather than buying it through Apple and having a huge chunk of the profits go to them, Scopely wants to keep that as much as possible. So they go through someone else that doesn't take such a huge chunk, and they give you this multiphasic credit if you're on PC or Android, I guess it is. Basically, not going through Apple. You get these credits that you can then spend on something in their store. We'll talk about that in a second. The second part of this, let's go to the top here, is this claim daily. So it costs 10, and get to the top. Each day costs 10 of these reward chips, and you get all these goodies. You get Latinum, which is always needed, 170. So not near as much, but remember, this is daily for 30 days. Okay, so you get all these rewards 170 for me at level 52, 320 G4, and 30 G3. So not needed as much for the G3, but still something that I could use to level up and scrap some G3 ships for G4 items. So there's some value there too. Okay, let's hop over to the Multiphasic store and we'll just have a peek at a couple of the different offers which within that store so you can see that. If you haven't really looked at it very much, I would encourage you to do so. There's some pretty good stuff in there. Alrighty, so we'll go to gifts and then Multiphasic. As you can see, I don't have very much left in there. I have bought some in the past though. So you can buy Syndicate XP, has some gas, some Latinum, and Syndicate. So 500 for one chest there. You have station upgrades, ship upgrades. One, when I was doing my comparison, I opened up and ran some numbers on the Ultra Explorer Power Pack. And one thing you will notice is that this only has gas and ore, no crystal. If you want crystal, you got to hop over. I think it's in the Battleship Power Pack or the Interceptor. They should both have that there. Okay. But just for numbers, I calculated using the Explorer Power Pack. And ultimately, what I came down to was I decided that if you took all 17,000 of those multiphasic credits and you invested them to get gas, because gas is what you were looking for when you were trying to determine what was valuable. Okay. So if I took what I get from the pack instantly plus the 30 days every day turning in for resources there, as well as investing all of my multiphasic in here, how much gas would I end up with? And I found that I saw a 30% increase by investing the multiphasic credits here in the amount of G5 gas I would get, and a 28% increase of the G4 that I would get. So that's a pretty big, significant amount of additional gas I would get. When we compare that percentage with what the 8% savings, up to 8 or 10% that you can get from the Amazon coin store, and let me show you. Took a couple of screenshots here and put them in Word. So for $10, you get a 3% discount on the how much you're getting, and that goes all the way up to, if you spend $500, which may not be everyone that's listening to this video, I understand that, but I just want to give you an idea, right? So at 50,000, you're saving $50 or 10%. At the 10,000, it's only 8%. So you can spend $92 to get a $100 pack, basically. Okay, so when I crunched the numbers and I said to myself, okay, what am I getting? How many G5 uncommon am I getting for every dollar I spend when I buy the pack and I invest it in the multiphasic store? How much uncommon am I getting? I found that I got with the multiphasic credits about 143 G5 uncommon for every dollar that I spent. When I run that same calculation with the Amazon coins, I get about $120. Sorry, not dollars, 120 units or G5 uncommon for every dollar I spent. So with the multiphasic, if I'm just looking at the uncommons, I get about 20 more uncommons for every dollar that I spend going through the multiphasic credits than I do with the Amazon coins. So what does that mean? It's time for the jury to decide. Do you think there's more value in Amazon coins or multiphasic credits? Maybe uncommons aren't the best way to look at it. Are you more interested in the syndicate? If we take 17,000, let's look at that. If we take 17,000 and we divide that by 500 to see how many we can buy, we can get 34. 34 times 570, you can jump your syndicate XP up by 19,000. There's a lot of benefit in the syndicate that adds to your gameplay, the power of your ships, and everything else. So when it really comes down to it, what do you find of value? Do you find uncommons, speed ups, latinum? What's important to you? What helps you in your gameplay? I would like you to leave your comments below as the jury and tell me, what do you think? Do you think that one is more valuable than the other? Did you know about both? How do you decide yourself which one has more value to you? And lastly, before I end this video, I hope you enjoyed the content today. And I'm assuming that if you're still here, you did find it somewhat valuable and hopefully comical. I would really appreciate if you could like and subscribe to my channel. This will help support the channel and make sure that you see all of my upcoming videos. Thank you for your support. Leave any questions you have down below and have a great day.